Hey everyone, hey guys doing? Grugs here, Legion Tactical Cutlery. Welcome back, troops, legionnaires, and new recruits to another Legion premiere. Today we're going to be taking a look at the 704 gear Baron fixed blade knife. Pretty nice. This one I purchased. 704 gear did not send this to me. I did purchase this one, but hey, you know, I figure I did two other 704 gear videos. Might as well do a third one. Why not? What is everybody carrying? I'm carrying my 704 gear Wildcat. I like this knife. Full size folder. I did a review on this, or Legion Premiere. Go check it out. Pretty nice. What is everybody carrying? Veterans and active military. Real quick, I just want to say thank you very much for your service and enjoy the video. Fantastic. Let's go over quick specs of the Baron. It is overall length 9.6 inch, blade length 4.5 inch, blade steel 14C 28N steel, okay? Blade hardness, and this is approximate because I couldn't find a definitive answer of what they hardened their 14C with, so I'm gonna assume they hardened it between 55 and 62 HRC. Handle length is 5.1 inch, handle material G10. It also comes in black. This is FDE. Weight 9.7 ounce. It's a little on the hefty side. Features full tang, lanyard hole, Kydex sheath, rotating belt loop, and it does have a window breaker. I know that's not a major feature, but it just looks like a window breaker, so I figure I might as well mention it. Excellent. Let's take a look at this blade. Now, you know, I was hoping that 704 gear was going to send me this for testing. They did not. They sent me those folders. I will be testing out those folders as soon as possible, but this one I will be taking my time. I did purchase this, so when I'm ready, you know, I will test it out. And there's really no good YouTube videos that I noticed for outdoor hard use of this knife, so I'll get to it one of these days. In any case, let's take a look at this blade, man. Mid-saber grind, drop point, swedge for penetration, a little bit better penetration. I don't know how many millimeters thick this is, maybe 4, 3, 3.5, 4. They don't put these specs down, man. It just doesn't make any sense why they don't do this. I have a little extra cash, Amazon cash. I think I'm gonna buy myself some calipers, man. The hell with it. Full Tang goodness, as you can see. Nicely contoured handles, and we'll get into that a little bit later in the video. It's got a nice guard here, small sharpening choil. Very sharp out of the box. The spine, not taking off any nail material. That doesn't mean anything because that coating might be preventing from doing some scraping, but you know, when the time comes, I will test the spine out for everybody. Let's just take a quick look at this handle. Look, listen, this is just a plain Jane normal handle that feels really good. Little rounded off over here. I think it would have been benefited everybody if it would have been a little bit rounded off more, you know, but if I do squeeze it, I kind of feel a little bit of a hot spot right here. So if you're going to make, you know, notches and you're going to be going back and forth, digging in, you might get the hot spot right here. So, but no problem in reverse grip and, you know, utilizing the knife in different hand configurations depending on your need. This would make a great hunting knife, you know. Backpackers and hikers who do the long distance hikes, backpacking, this might be a little bit heavy for you all. I gotta call a spade, man. It's not a light knife. It is a heavy knife, you know, heavy fixed blade. However, if you're, you know, big and strong, you know, you can handle a little extra weight. This is not a bad option in my opinion. You can see the grind lines, the swedges over there, the mid-saber grind, very nicely done. I'm not sure what that black coating is. They didn't mention it. Small little fonts over there for the steel type. Nothing on the other side, so I know some of you like a sterile blade as much as possible. Well, this kind of does fit the bill. Full tank goodness, the handle is really nice. You can see the contouring over here. Again, just let me reiterate, this edge is rounded off, but you could still feel a hot spot there, so be aware of that. Fit and finish is a 99% on this, man. Really is nice. That's not really any kind of scalloping, but you can grip if you needed to, you know, get into your game just using your thumb and pointer and middle finger here. So that's good. Again, you saw me handle the configuration, reverse grip, forward grip, etc. There's that lanyard hole and also a window brake. I think I would have rather had a protruding Tang because I would like to, you know, be able to tap this into the stump, but not necessary. The handle is done real nice. They're removable, and if you notice the hardware, there's some orange washers there maybe. So pretty nice, man. It's a pretty nice blade. I don't know if it's solid underneath there or skeletonized. You know, again, like usual, modern day knives are pretty much skeletonized. Very nice. I like it. I think it's a nice small fixed blade. I've been getting into the smaller fixed blades. The large blades have their purpose, but so do these small fixed blades. So very, very nice. These are selling 704 gear here in the United States and on Amazon. So for those who are concerned, you know, getting something from abroad, well, you could purchase this right off of Amazon like I did. All right, let's take a look at the sheath. Very nice taco style sheath. They have this rotating belt loop, which is nice, ambidextrous. You can pop it on the other side. They have this little, what looks like carbon fiber, but it's a molded piece of Kydex to give it an extra little bit of design. Not necessary, however, it's there, so might as well enjoy it. Drainage hole, a few slots here if you want to put a ferro rod. You know, a ferro rod holder with a ferro rod. You might have other knives that might have it. You know, take it off from one piece of equipment and put it on here, or you can purchase third party. You have an option to put a ferro rod holder here if you wanted to. No thumb ramp, but pretty good Kydex, high quality. I think this is Kydex too. Maybe it's plastic. I'm not 100% sure. You can see the belt loop is adequate. Removable complete, and then you could put something third party on here if you want to put some piece of leather, you know, nylon, Kydex, whatever. You know, there's plenty of companies out there that sell third party sheath options that are available to you. All right, so not bad. Let's pop the knife in real quick. This one snaps in real nice. There is no up and down play. There is no side to side play with this. Okay, the retention is really good. All right, there it is, the whole presence right there. I don't know about you guys, but to me, man, the knife, the blade itself seems smaller than the handle. I don't know, it's just, maybe it's just a trick of the eye or something, you know. It doesn't affect functionality on shore. You know, I did make some feather sticks out of this, some really nice feather sticks, so did a little bit of testing. In fact, while we're at it, let's do it. I decided to come inside. It started getting warm in the garage. As much as I like to stay in the garage and you know, do chop and block reviews, man, AC is king. So you can see right off the bat, it's nice and sharp. 14C 28N, right? There you go. Very nice, man. Very nice. It's a $50 blade. It's a $50 blade. I think it's reasonably priced. I don't know if these guys ever have sales or not, but a definite alternative to, you know, a lot of other other knives that are out there, but just another, wonderful example of, options. Okay, you may not like some of the other Chinese knives, but you like this one. You know what I mean? I think this is nice. I think this is adequate. I think this is going to handle your needs. Take this hiking, hunting, camping. Now hiking, when I say hiking, not the long distance stuff, because it is heavy. But, you do a short hike like I used to do in New York. I used to hike for, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes to my spot. And I was dead in the woods, man. You couldn't tell the difference. If I blindfolded you and took you there, after that 15-minute walk, you would have think you were somewhere in the wilderness, man. It was that nice. So, not too heavy to take in, a couple of miles if need be. Long distance though, like Appalachian Trail type of stuff, you're going to want to rethink what you carry with you. Again, it's heavy. I cannot stress how heavy it is. Should be a good chopper. I found another tree yesterday that I'm going to delimb. I'm going to use this knife, I'm going to give it a go. So yeah, I'm pretty excited to eventually test this knife out. So I've got, I'm thinking ahead how I want to use it. And I think that's about it. I mean, it does come with a box, and it has, a couple stickers and a felt cleaning rag, which is nice. I'm not going to bother with the box. It's basically labeled Baron. Now, they also have a serrated version. I don't like serrations, but this one is pretty adequate. It's a plain edge. There's nothing fancy about this knife. This is a user. This is a tool that one will use. You don't have to worry about how collectible it is and if you're going to get your money back. And it's a decent steel. It's easy to sharpen. And, it's just a plain Jane knife, man. This is a tool. This is something that you're going to use. And then you take all your expensive stuff, you put it on the side, but you use this one, man, Like I said, it's on Amazon. It's about $48. So hopefully that appeals to some of you. All right, troops, that's it. I mean, there's really nothing more to this knife. Hopefully, I will test this soon enough. Thanks again for taking the time to check out the channel and the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think about this knife, what your experiences are. Again, I haven't seen any hard use reviews on YouTube. So stay tuned, and we'll see how this works out. All right, troops, legionnaires, and recruits, let me bring awareness. Hashtag 22 a day. Hashtag 22 a day no more. There are veterans in active military. Once they get out of the service, they do face a lot of challenges. And unfortunately, one of these challenges is suicide. When we're done here, go check out the description section. Go check out the comment section. There'll be phone numbers that you can call, websites that you can surf. Heartfelt message from one of your own, Martin Miller. Vietnam veteran, 66 to 69. Been there, done that. And he has a heartfelt message for those who are having some, trouble or in need. Please read that message. Seek the help you all have earned and deserve. Troops, legionnaires, and recruits, let me know what you think about this knife. At the ready, hold the line. Take care.